So design a jig for a given job as shown in the figure. So we will just make a note of these dimensions. It has a length of 60 mm, and then we are going to make 4 holes of 8 mm dia. So we need 4 drill bushes. So as usual, we'll start with a rough sketch. So we have to select we can go for a latch jig. So we'll go for a simple rough sketch in order to get an idea of what are all the elements of the jig body. So what are the things we'll be using to design a jig in order to make 4 holes on this component. So this is the rough sketch. Go for rough sketch, you'll be getting an idea. So you'll be using jig buttons. You may also require a jig feet. Jig feet is required, and we know about a latch jig. So when you unlock this part, it is going to open and we will be able to remove the component. So these are the 3 jig buttons which are used, and you can see the drill bushes. These are the drill bushes, and this is you can call this as a front view. So on the isometric view, you will be able to see, on the top view, we will be able to see 4 holes. So top view is not given here. I think this is enough, and so we'll start with with a rough bill of material. So we need a clamping screw, 4 drill bushes, and then the jig body, jig button, and then you have pin B and pin A. These are the locating pins, and you have a locking screw. So after drawing the rough sketch and after designing each and every component, you have to draw a neat sketch of the entire that is a workpiece along with the jig body plus its various components, and you have to also tabulate the bill of materials. Okay, fine. Now we'll start with the drill bush. I think drill bush is we have seen it in the previous examples. I don't need to further elaborate on this. So this is the drill bush which we are going to select and go for example, we are going to drill an 8 mm dia. So we know for an 8 mm dia, you'll be selecting L1. What is L1? What is the value of L2 and D2? I think this can be easily selected from the next slide. For an 8 mm, so this is 12. L2 is 8, and you can also go for this. What is D2 is 16 mm and the D3 is 20 mm. And corresponding tolerances can also be selected from the 3.9 for D1 F7. I think we already saw in the previous examples. For D1 F7 and for a dia of 8 mm, so this is the tolerance we can give. So multiply this by 0.001, so you will get 0.028 plus 0.013. I think this can be, you can just draw a diagram of this drill bush. This is what is L1, what is L2, D3, D1 and D2. And D1 F7 from design data book 3.9 and D2 H6 from the design data book page number 3.7. So these are all the tolerances for D1 and D2. So this is D1, this for the D2 H6. So D2 H6, this is a negative value. Always go for negative tolerance for the push fit, that is for D2, and for positive tolerance for the running fit D1. So this is minus 0. This will be minus 0.011. This we found out from this D2H6 for the value of D2. So D2 is 16 mm. For 16 mm, so for 16 mm D2H6 we will be able to find out. So minus 0.011. That is here D2H6 for D2 value. So this is the value, that is 0.00, 0.011. So this is a negative tolerance. and then you can go for the selection of the type of locator. So we'll be using a jig button. For this we'll go to page number 5.98. so this jig button is what is going to, you can say, carry the component. Here in this area we will be using 3 jig buttons. So this will be attached to the bottom portion of the jig body. So we will be using these jig buttons, around 3 will be using. So this jig button locates the workpiece. So what about this center part? So this center part, we'll go to the component. So this is the component. So the jig button is going to, or the workpiece is going to rest on the top portion of the jig button. So here and here and also here, these 3 jig buttons. Now we'll go to the page for jig button on design data book. Yeah, this is the design data. I think for this we'll choose a diameter of D1 10 mm. So corresponding D2 value, D1 as 10 mm, corresponding D2 will be 6. You can also note down all these values with a simple sketch. So this is the pressure phase. So here only. So this is D1. So the component is, this portion is going to go at the bottom, or it is going to be attached to the bottom portion of the jig body. So this is the top portion, this is the bottom portion. So this is D1. I can note down the values. So D1, D2 and height H, that is height H is 8 mm. This height H is 8 mm. Fine. Now we'll go to the selection of the clamping. So to avoid deflection during drilling operation, a pressure pad is selected. I think this also we have seen it in number of other examples. Go to 5.104. This is 5.104. So this pressure pad is going to rest on the top portion of the workpiece. So here in this area, pressure pad. So we are going to locate the workpiece. So jig buttons are used and even the pressure pad. So this is 60 mm. So we will choose a dia of the pressure pad as 32. So corresponding values of D1, D4, D5, D6, D7 can be selected. So you can draw a simple sketch of the pressure pad also, and the corresponding type of screw is M16 for this. Okay. Now we will go towards the jig body. So length of the jig body. So what about the length of the jig body? So this is the length of the jig body. For this we need of course the thickness of the plate. We know what is the thickness of the plate will always be equal to L2 of the drill bush. I think this also we have seen it many times in the previous example. So this L2 is equal to the thickness of the jig plate. So that is what being shown here. The length of the jig body is equal to 2 times the thickness of the plate plus the length of the workpiece. We know what is the length of the workpiece is 60 mm, and also clearance is given as 24 mm. Clearance on both sides. So on both sides you can give a clearance of 24 mm put together. So 12 plus 12 will be 24 mm. So this comprises the length of the jig body. So this comes approximately around that is 100 mm. So fine. Now we'll go to the after the length we need to find the height of the jig body. But the height of the jig body, this area, this is the height of the jig body. So you're going to use a jig feet. Jig feet's dimension will also be included. So height of the jig body will be the thickness of the plate, we know. Height of the workpiece already given. Even the clearance for chip plus hinge thickness plus the jig feet's height. So we know the hinge thickness is 8 mm. So the hinge thickness is 8 mm. Thickness of the plate is also 8 mm. And we will be able to get these values. So this is the height of the jig body, 8 plus 56 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. In other words, we'll go back to the workpiece again. So this is 56 mm, so this height is also included, plus height of the workpiece, we know thickness of the plate, clearance for chip, plus the hinge thickness plus the jig feet height. So the hinge thickness and the thickness of the jig plate both will be the same. So that is what being shown here. So this it will be 8 plus 56 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. So the jig feet's height also we know. So jig feet's height is 8 mm. So it is not shown on the figure, it will be here in this area. So finally we found out what is the height of the jig body. So you can use a quarter turn screw, may be selected as one of the standard part for easy loading and unloading. So this is the screw that is selected. There you can open it and you can remove the workpiece. So this is the simple sketch of the bill of materials. Thus we have designed the latch jig for drilling 4 holes on this workpiece.